This week we're doing plants. And so, again, we talked about this how plants have a stem and they have leaves and they have blossoms. These are the flowers with the seeds inside the middle of the flower. Part of this week we're going to focus on trees. Trees are just big plants. Follow me closer. This tree right here is a plum tree, which is a kind of a fruit tree. So this part right here is the big stem, but it has a different word. They call it, you're right, it's a trunk. A tree trunk is like a flower stem. It holds the plant up and it holds the roots down below in place. They call this hard stuff on the outside of the tree trunk bark. So when I feel the bark, it's really rough feeling. Feels like puzzle pieces, the bark, the tree. And of course, we have flowers, but come over here and I'll show you something. Aha, here's one. So a couple weeks ago, this tree was full of little white blossoms everywhere. And now the blossoms are starting to turn into a fruit. So goes from a blossom to a little fruit. So there's the fruit, and it's just going to keep growing bigger and bigger. And then in the summertime, it'll be kind of a reddish color, and it's a plum. And we love to eat plums off this tree. Another one I want to show you. This is a tree, but it's a young tree. We only planted it a couple years ago, but it's a lime tree. And here's a couple blossoms right here. There's a blossom that's about to turn into a fruit, and here's a blossom that's changing into a fruit. So it will grow, the white will come off, and then in the center it'll grow green into a lime, and it'll grow bigger and bigger. Then we'll take it off and we'll use the lime for our recipes. We'll cook with it. And over here, we have all kinds of plants, but if you look in the back, those are giant trees. Those have been around a long time. Those are our oak trees with great big tree trunks. Today I'm gonna plant our sunflower seeds. So I'm gonna go over to the table and get the bowl. You can meet me there. Okay, so to plant your seeds, you can use anything you want. You can use a cup, even a paper cup. You can use a bowl. I'm gonna take some of the seeds. I'm gonna just put them in the ground at my house. Maybe I'll put one by the lime tree. I'll put one over by the plum tree, one by the oak tree, and they'll grow at my house and stay at my house. But the one that I'm gonna put in here, I'll put a couple seeds in here. I'm gonna start it and watch it grow into a baby sunflower. And then when I can and the time is right, I'm going to take it over to school, to our garden, and I'm going to transplant it or move it with all its roots in the soil carefully into a hole, and then let it grow real big. So right now it's the springtime, and that's when we plant the sunflowers. And then all summer long they'll grow bigger and bigger, and then in the fall is when they're ready to harvest. So they'll become big. So there's two kinds of sunflower seeds that were put in your week 4 bag. One were the seeds that were black and they're a little smaller and thinner. And then there's ones that are lighter in color and they have stripes and they're bigger. Can you guess which one is going to grow taller? It's that one that grows taller. The smaller seed ends up being the taller ones, but this bigger seed, these sunflowers end up being, have the bigger flower heads with more seeds. So these are shorter with more seeds, and these grow taller. So that's kind of interesting. They're called two different types or varieties of sunflower plants. All right, so I have kind of a pointy end. I'm going to take the pointy end and I'm going to push it down. I just got dirt, put it in a bowl, and the dirt, that's the soil. I just got it from the ground. I didn't buy it. I just scooped some. And I go ahead and poke it under, and then I'm gonna go ahead and cover it up. And I'm gonna put 2 in here. Poke it under, cover it up. And you know what it needs now? Some water. Not a lot, just a little. And I have a poem that goes with planting plants. Ready? Dig a little hole, plant a little seed, pour a little water, pull a little weed, up, 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 green stems climb, open up, it's blossom time. Again, I'm doing it again, it's a poem. Oh, look at the squirrel. Guess where that squirrel's going? Probably to the oak tree, because the squirrels love those great big tall oak trees at our house. Okay, back to the poem. I want to do it one more time. Ready? You do it with me. Dig a little hole, plant a little seed, pour a little water, pull a little weed, up, 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 green stems climb, open up, it's blossom time. So you have to have patience when you plant things, because nothing's going to happen for a long time. But every day I'm going to make sure that this bowl gets a little bit of water. And the ones that I put in the ground, I'll water them a little bit and make sure it's in a place they're going to get some sunshine, and then we'll see if we can get them to grow. Okay, go ahead and start planting your seeds at home. You can put some in the ground and some in a bowl or a cup. Okay, happy gardening!